It'll come as no surprise to you that Donald Trump is stupid. It'll come as no surprise to you that Donald Trump is a liar. It'll come as no surprise to you that the policies he has now foisted upon the American public, the world for that matter, he knows nothing about. He has no idea how tariffs work, even still. Even still. Yesterday, he spoke at the National Republican Campaign Committee or whatever it is, trying to raise money for Republicans in his little tuxedo with the terrible lighting. They can't get white balance right on their camera. And he's talking about still China is going to pay the United States in this tariff scheme of his. It's either that he's just lying because he knows MAGA rubes are just that, low information idiots who don't pay attention to facts. They don't care about what the truth is. They just want to support and worship at the feet of the dear leader. It's either that or he really believes that the nation of China is paying the United States Treasury as a part of tariffs. I was going to explain just very briefly, very rudimentary, how it works. But let's listen to Donald Trump this is an embarrassment, one, but chiefly, this is dangerous to have a president of the United States with no checks or balances, because Republicans have the House and the Senate, no checks from them. They've abdicated their duty as a co-equal branch. There's no checks from them. So it's dangerous that he is just a check-free moron sending the country into recession, maybe a depression. Seriously. Watch this clip and marvel in the stupidity of this ostensibly Ivy League educated moron who can't even speak his native tongue correctly. Check this out.
What other presidents allow China to get away with is absolutely criminal, but I'm not like the other presidents, and it's not going to happen under President Trump. It's just not going to happen. After all of the abuses they've perpetrated, China's attempting to impose additional unjustified tariffs. Just so you understand, they all got rich because of tariffs. Now when we do it, it's so terrible what Trump is doing. It's so terrible. They got rich. And not only China, many countries. I mean, you look at Vietnam, you look at so many, I could name 50 right now. Biden couldn't do that. He couldn't name any. Name one country. Name any country. What's the name of our country? He doesn't know. That's why additional tariffs on Chinese goods are in place effective midnight tonight at 104%. Until they make a deal with us, that's what it's going to be. I think they'll make a deal at some point. China they want to make a deal. They really do. They want to make a deal. They just don't know how to get it started because they're proud people. China will now pay a big number to our treasury. This is all taxes. And don't let them keep telling you that this is a tax on our people. I hate that. They say it's a tax. No, often much of it is paid. And hey, look what happened during my first term.
They will pay a big number to our treasury. No, they won't. Donald Trump. That is not how it works. If I import a product that I'm going to sell in the United States, when that product lands at the port, I pay the tariff as the American company owner. And then I turn around, let's say I'm buying widgets. I'm buying this, right? My mouse. And this is a $100 mouse. It's a real it's not, but it's a cheap piece of shit. But I want to sell this mouse, and I bought it for $100. And he's talking about 101% tariff or 104, whatever he said. That means it's now a $200 mouse. So am I going to continue to sell it for the $100 I paid for it? Or am I going to pass that along to the consumer? China does not, the government of China, no Chinese national is paying money into our treasury. That is a lie. It is not how it works. And he continues to repeat this. I don't know if he's just trying to muddle and confuse the issue so his voters won't know exactly what's taking place. But this absolutely, without doubt, unequivocally, 100% is a tax on American consumers. Every single economist says so. You don't even need to be an economist to understand the little scenario that is what it is. China's not paying the tariffs. China's not punished by this. There will be a downstream eventual effect where there will be less importation, less exportation on the part of China. Eventually. And the other thing, going back to Donald Trump being a dumb shit, when he says that Biden couldn't name one country, he says, I could name 50 countries right now that are blah, 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 blah relative to the tariffs. I don't think Donald Trump could name 50 countries, period, not even related to tariffs. He thought that Namibia was a country, not Namibia. Donald Trump could not. I would love to see this. I would love to Donald Trump just to sit down like a quiz show style and say, ready, go. You have 2 hours. Name 50 countries, dumb f***. Talk about crash and burn, right? Anyway, what do you think? I would love to know. We are in very tired straits right now. I would appreciate your opinion on this. You can comment below. That'll help the algorithm to share this content with new subscribers, new viewers to grow this operation. I would appreciate that. It would be great. You can also give your opinion in the comments, or you can call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. Follow me on social media. I am at Dollemore just about everywhere, not Nazi Twitter, but everywhere else, at Dollemore. I'd love to see you there. And I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another. Many of you are aware that my dear friend and brother of choice, not of blood, Brett McAfee, suffered a near fatal medical emergency last summer while our families were on vacation in Scotland. I appreciate to no end the outpouring of support for Brett that you all gave. And I'm also very happy to report that he is safe and healing and working that long path of recovery. What I've probably not told you about Brett is that beyond being an excellent friend, he's also a talented writer. We have been the best of friends since we were kids, and I have been continually inspired by his creativity and by the truly singular take that he has on life. Over 2 decades ago, he wrote a poem called The Grateful Child. It's an acknowledgement of all the simple strengths that we tend to overlook. Written from the perspective of a young person, multiple grateful children express gratitude to their parents for the elements that make them who they are. The accounting of these everyday gifts inspires a clear reminder that we should not take anything for granted. I've shared Brett's remarkable poem with numerous people over the years, and a reoccurring response is that this should be a book. Well, we finally decided to listen to those people. The Grateful Child is not only a children's book for adults in your life, it's also an adult's book for children in your life. Everyone will appreciate its straightforward yet elegant celebration of life's little endowments. Click the link below to pre-order now, or simply scan this QR code and order your copy or copies today. But this being an illustrated book, we could not survive on the words alone. To pair with Brett's touching words, we searched all over for an illustrator who could bring the Grateful Child to visual life. We landed on somebody right here in the community from this show. Leah Farshid is an internationally acclaimed illustrator who, like you, is also an audience member. The moment we saw the first images that Leah drew to accompany Brett's text, we knew we had a perfect combination. It brings me tremendous joy to share my best friend's beautiful poem and Leah's spectacular images with the world. Everyone can benefit from The Grateful Child, just as I benefit from Brett's lifelong friendship. Share this beautiful book with your children. Share it with your parents or other relatives. The Grateful Child is an easy and exceptional way to show appreciation for someone in your life, young or old. Support someone you love and support this channel by giving The Grateful Child. Click the link below to pre-order now, or simply scan this QR code. I am pretty sure your children need a copy, and your mom, your nieces and your nephews, your Grandpa Charlie too. Don't forget Grandpa Charlie. I think he'd love this. Make The Grateful Child a part of your life. It has been such an excellent part of mine.